I am so open and transparent with you guys. Remember how I told you guys
So the caption reads, Woman gets fired on her second day. Woman gets fired on her second day for being late twice. So you were late the first day and the second day. The first day you started and the second day you started, you was late.
I am so open and transparent with you guys. Remember how I told you guys I got a job, right? Let's do the update. Yesterday, I'm about to make OOTD. Mind you, I told them I'm coming late to work. First day, unfortunately, I had to go to the DMV because my license was suspended. Let's wrap that up. Okay, I understand that, but there was literally nothing I could do about it.
So you were more than late. You probably showed up halfway through the day. Her shift was probably scheduled to start at 8, and she probably showed up at 12 noon. She talking about she was in the DMV. Do you know how long it usually takes to get anything done in the DMV? The Department of Motor Vehicles. You decide to run a DMV errand your first day of work. Why isn't your license and all that stuff together to begin with? Ma'am, you're just going to have to take that chance at this point. You just got a new job. You don't show up late the first day and not hours late because you were at the DMV. What is going through her head? I already see she should already be thanking her lucky stars that she got the job with red Cheeto stuff at the back of her hair. Because her hair is hot red in the back. And they hired you. They already hired you. You don't have to fit the stereotype of how someone operates with hot Cheeto red hair and show up late the first day, late the second day. And then the excuse you gave, I had to go to the DMV, my license suspended. As if you couldn't already look more irresponsible.
I had to go to the DMV because my license was suspended. Let's wrap that up. Okay, I understand that, but there was literally nothing I could do about it. I get there 30 minutes late. Today, I was running 5 minutes late. I kid you not. I got to the office and I'm thinking I don't really have to send a text. I'll apologize. It's not their business, but I was literally in pain on my period. I was really like took me a long time to get out of bed. I was in pain, whatever. I still came with
Oh
a smile on my face. Got there
wow.
by the time it looked great, had everything, all my stuff. Probably clocked in 9 o'clock, trying to clock in like let's just say 10 minutes. She was like, "Yeah, go ahead and clock out. You're done." And I'm like, "I'm done. I'm cooked." Wow.
I wouldn't know this. I haven't run across it. I haven't seen it in execution from my experience. But I guess I wouldn't necessarily know per se. Is that a normal excuse, ladies? What I'm referring to is, has it ever been a normal excuse to be able to say, it's that time of the month, so that's why I'm late? Has that ever been a valid excuse? Or is that a new thing? Like, is that now similar to how people would now be like, I need a mental health day? I thought that's just something you just got to work around and it just is what it is. Has that ever been a thing where you can basically use that as an unexcusable doctor's note that can't nobody question and just be like, yeah, it's that time of the month. So it was rough for me getting here. I'm curious. I've never run across that. But it's like, are you taking advantage? Are you taking advantage of the fact, especially if you tell that to a man boss? Because even now I'm like, listen, maybe it would have went through if you didn't show up late on your first day because you were at the DMV. But showing up late the very next day and now you have another excuse and something else where it's like it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good on you, and it would make a reasonable and rational minded person say no. Mm-mm. Yesterday it was this. This is too much too soon. Let's go ahead and cut our losses. Y'all, before we get back into the videos though, if you could like the video, greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second and it actually helps out more than you know. And it's literally just a click. So if you're here anyway, you might as well click that like button And also, if you can hype the video as well.
Okay, can you I'm sorry.
All right. It says terminated is crazy. She got sacked for being 12 minutes late. It says this content creator revealed she got sacked. I guess sacked means fired in her mind for being late, basically.
I didn't what can you say that again?
Yeah. Hi, Tatiana. This is Shelly from HR.
From HR,
Remember
okay.
me?
No, I don't remember you, but what's going on?
Do you remember?
Well, we had a discussion a couple weeks ago about your absenteeism and tardiness. Do
Okay.
you know what time you have to be clocked in at work?
6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 a.m.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, on 7/18, you clocked in at 6:12. We
Wow.
had a discussion.
Man, what's up with your attitude? What's up with your attitude? Some of y'all, man, I know when y'all get fired and when they go and relay that to the office. What's her name? It doesn't say her name. I don't remember if they said her name. They be like, so y'all, we just wanted to let you know, Tatiana doesn't work here anymore. I know everybody just takes a sigh. Oh, because if this is your attitude, I can imagine how it is in person. This is counterintuitive to harmony. This is the inverse of harmony. It's just immediately defensive and in opposition to. You have an opposition minded disposition. You have an opposition minded disposition. And I can't see how it could be easy to collaborate effectively when somebody just brings something up that they have to address with you. This is how you come off.
So, unfortunately, on 7/18, you clocked in at 6:12.
Wow.
We had a discussion about that.
12 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but you know they're waiting on you to be there, clocked in and ready to work at 6.
Okay. Okay.
So
See?
your employment is really going to be terminated as of today, because also on 7.
Ma'am, don't act like that caught you off guard. The way you're talking to this lady, you think that they're not going to terminate you? And then how you have a opposition minded disposition when we're addressing something that you actually did. It's one thing if it's like, I don't want to be bothered. So I'm going to do my job right. And I know that I come and I do a hard day's work and I do my job ultimately. And then I leave and people are still bringing ish to you. Or maybe they're trying to magnify small issues just because they're trying to look for something. I can understand that. But this is just simply not controlling the controllables, controlling what you have direct control over, i.e., showing up on time. You're showing up 12 minutes late. When you leave yourself exposed and you take those type of chances, then you open up the opportunity for people to address things with you and for people to ultimately come and speak with you and try to understand what's going on. But if you don't like to be bothered, then you simply just have to control everything that's within your control, which is just do your job and do what you're obligated to do and what you ultimately signed up for. And then you wouldn't have to have these conversations if you don't like somebody talking to you.
But you know they're waiting on you to be there, clocked in and ready to work at 6.
Okay. Okay.
So your employment is really going to be terminated as of today, because also on 7/28 you clocked in at 6:21.
21 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's 21 minutes of company time.
But I still work though. Like I still like. Why didn't y'all tell me that today when I was just at work?
Because I handle all the HR, so they wanted me to call you because we had that discussion, remember, about...
And that was the day that I let my... all right, keep going.
So you were also on 8/8, you clocked in at...
She didn't even have an excuse. She was about to mess herself up, and then she was like, oh, wait, never mind. Keep going. Ma'am, you know you're wrong.
clocked in at like
Another one?
6:32.
That was it. Okay, so I let my cousin use my car the night before, and he didn't bring it. He overslept or something. He didn't bring it back till the morning. So
Whose
like,
problem
I
is that,
still
ma'am?
made
That
it
was
though.
literally like 9 days after we talked. So, and then on 8/12, you just did a no call, no show.
That was my birthday.
Oh,
August 12th. That's my birthday. Like,
oh, this HR lady is good. You see what she did? She stair stepped that in higher proportion. Here's what I mean. She started off with the first thing where I think it was like 5 minutes late. Then the next thing was, well, then you also remember when you showed up 12 minutes late? Then it's like, well, no, actually, remember when you showed up 31 minutes late? And then she hit her with the final nail in the coffin. Ma'am, remember when you no call, no showed? Because she keeps having these little dumb excuses. What's your excuse for that? I have to hear this. You just no call, no showed. So you just didn't even make an attempt. What? Why? What happened?
No call, no show.
that was my birthday.
My
August 12th.
birthday.
That's my birthday. Like, I
You
already
didn't
told you.
request that day off work, though.
But y'all know
You
that's
have to
my
come
birthday.
to work
I'm
on your
not.
birthday.
No,
No.
that's fine. All right. Okay.
Everyone works on their birthday. Even I worked on my birthday.
My
Y'all too
birthday.
grown for me.
Y'all too grown for
Well,
me.
unfortunately, I just need you to turn your keys in and your
I'll be there
badge.
tomorrow, cause that's crazy. That's crazy.
Um,
Like what? Like what? What?
That's not crazy, ma'am. She talking about that's crazy. No, that's not crazy, ma'am. You're crazy. Your bat is crazy. I Y'all have this overinflated value of your birthday. You think everything stops because it's your birthday. You'll even see some people. I don't know why I'm saying people. You'll even see some ladies who will stretch their birthday out, and it's supposed to be a day, and they will celebrate their birthday over the course of a week. In some extreme cases, even over the course of a month. And it's like, you think everything stops. I've watched cases where people have gotten evicted and they're like, why didn't you pay your rent? Or why didn't you show up to court? It was my birthday. I had to spend that on my birthday. I told them I was going to have the money next month. But then what about next month's money? The world doesn't stop because it's your birthday. Do you care about anybody else's birthday? No. If you have a baby father and he's got to pay child support, does he get to not pay child support on his birthday? No. The men in your family, do they get socks on their birthday? Yes. Listen, she talking about you're too grown for me. You're not grown enough for me. You need to grow up. I hope you don't have any kids. Talking about people are too grown for you. I hope you don't have any kids. Too grown. Ma'am, you need to be professional. And again, I know just her not being there anymore with her attitude, I know that it was a breath of fresh air for everybody who had to have any involvement with her when they found out she's no longer there. Cuz ma'am, you're difficult for no reason. And something's just not clicking. Something is off because people aren't able to have a reasonable conversation. Listen, I done seen some companies use manipulation and gaslight and do all type of things where it's like, nah, mm-mm. You'll even see sometimes maybe a business or a corporation wrongs you. Maybe you don't even work for them and they try to be slick and not really give you what you deserve or whatever. So I can understand if that's going on. But ma'am, they're being completely fair. You're just simply showing your tail around there. No calling, no showing when they're dependent on you to be there for work. This is absolutely warranted. And I would even argue that they displayed a very high level of patience with you that you arguably didn't deserve to begin with. But they were very patient. You did it to yourself, ma'am. There's no surprises here.
Why would you fire somebody that shows up late to work 5 minutes? They show up late to work 5 minutes every day, but they stay late in their shift and they outperform everybody. Is that really justified to get fired for? Honestly.
Technically, yes. And that's all that matters. Technically, it is justified. Two things can be true at once. You could show up on time and you can also still get better results than everybody. But there's just certain standards. And listen, I feel like in this new day and age, especially now that remote work has been introduced, do I think that it's really the biggest deal if somebody shows up 5 minutes late, especially if they're driving a big impact? No, I don't. Me personally. But ultimately, it's what you signed up for. And I can also understand from the standpoint of when you let small things slide and you don't hold a standard to small things, you'll be saying, oh, it's no big deal. It's just 5 minutes. And then they get used to you coming 5 minutes. That becomes the new time when you're supposed to come. Next thing you know, you come in 15 minutes. And now that's the new standard. And then it can just get progressively worse. Now you got people not showing up to work until an hour after. So I can understand how things can get progressively worse when you give people an inch. They can tend to take a mile, especially everybody sees you coming 5 minutes late. Now everybody comes 5 minutes late, and that becomes everyone's standard. So there's more complex dynamics going on in these situations that's really above your pay grade to even worry about. All you got, people focused on all these other things. All you got to do is worry about making sure that you handle your business and handle what you're obligated to do and conserve your energy. And then if you want to do anything else on your off time and you want to do any other endeavors that stretch you and where you can start to get outside of your regular scope of work, some things that you actually build, then you can start to focus some of your energies and your resources on that. But for this job that you signed up for, you signed up to be at there at a certain time. Just get there at a certain time. It's not mission impossible. Just get it done. Just get it across the line, sir. Just if you could show up 5 minutes late, you could show up 5 minutes early. Just whatever you got to do, make it happen. I think you can solve that problem.
So I just got here to work. It's currently 6:55. But last night, my manager sent me the most outlandish message. He sent us this, essentially saying to get here on time and that if we're late, he's gonna send us home for the day. Matter of fact, he'll send us home for the entire week. I'm not sure that was supposed to be a threat or a promise, because if it's a promise, it's currently 6:56 a.m. I'll purposely walk in a minute late and have a week vacation, maybe even take a trip. I have been wanting to go to Brazil, so that could work out. But I'm obviously joking. I kind of do want to work today because it is Memorial Day, and we have a bonus going on that if we sell a car, we get a pretty good bonus for every car that we sell. I'm hoping that it gets very busy today. But enough yapping. I kind of gotta hurry up and go in because I'm running a little bit kind of late now. It's 6:57. By the time I walk in through those doors, it'll probably be around 7. So if anyone wants a car, head over and ask for me, please. Before we go clock in, though, this is my outfit for the day. Red work shirt, blue hoodie, blue zip up hoodie, blue jeans, and my.
It's a miracle that they haven't fired me. I'm literally late every single day, and they gave you a 5 minute grace period. Didn't matter. I was still late beyond that. All I can think about was I'm a terrible employee. Holy.
How come you were late? Just cause?
Honestly, dude, just cause I didn't even. It's a miracle that they haven't.
Well, just because he didn't care. And that's the caveat. Listen, if you don't care, that's another thing. But ultimately, this comes down to decisions. And a lot of times, decisions is just assessing and understanding what the risk could possibly be to you. And so, if you accept that and if you're okay with that, then do what you want to do. And maybe, like in his case, it won't ever get addressed. Maybe he is, driving impact and performing at a high level to where it doesn't matter. But he doesn't care either way. He doesn't care if he loses his job. So if you're in that situation, cool. But like the woman we watched on the phone, she was stressed and she couldn't believe why it was happening. And so it seems like she actually wanted to keep that job, but she wants to work that job her way. But it sounds like you need the job. So if you need the job, then you just have to do whatever you have to do to conform to whatever their expectations are of you. But if you're in his case, perhaps he's positioned in a certain way to where he has a little bit more leverage than the average person at work. Maybe it's because of this podcast right here, and he's got other money coming in. Maybe he's just got money saved, whatever. Then you can do what you do, but ultimately you got to discern for your life because you're going to have to deal with the outcome. You're going to have to deal with the consequences at the end of the day. And again, maybe it can also come down to what you want. Maybe you want to work the other job so that you get more money coming in. You don't need it, but you still want it. So I would still operate within the parameters of keeping that job, especially if it's really no harm to me. But if that is a big deal for him, then just do what you do and whatever comes and whatever may befall you, you just accept what it is. And it sounds like that's his approach.
Right, y'all, Sunday. Now, usually on Sundays, I work 8 to 4 p.m. I am late right now. I'm 19 minutes late to work, but it is what it is. Like y'all know, my third job, I already accumulated. Shit, I should be at 12 points now, and the max is 12 points before you get fired. So honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna go in here and have a job still. I don't know if it's even gonna let me clock in. I have no clue what's gonna happen today. I'm not even mad about it for real because I do feel like I'm going through a shift right now and that I'm being realigned to have the type of lifestyle and the life that I want. I feel like I should be able to make money with ease. You know what I mean? And before I thought I had ease, but it's really not ease when you're working 7 days a week in school, where there's no days off and you're just constantly.
It's kind of funny, and I don't want to give anybody any ideas or anything, but it really just shows how unresourceful people are in the new day and age. Here's what I mean. We got all this technology. We got AI. And she's 19 minutes late. She's like, oh, I don't know what to do. It's funny. Like, we'll see people using AI generated videos and all this stuff for pranks. And again, I'm not recommending people do this. But I mean, if it really is what it is and it's survival out here, and by survival, I'm talking about your job. I've literally seen AI videos where people are pranking people and they'll take a picture of their car and they'll go show it to them and they'll be like, oh, I hit your car. And it'll be damage on it. And because they took a picture, it'll even have their license plate on there. It'll be their exact car, but they can have it be with some damage on there. They can even make a video. Let me tell you something. If it's that deep, especially you talking about you about to lose your job, man, you could have took you a little AI video, had somebody hold it with you in it, and be like, yeah, my tire, I had a flat tire. And you could be like, I can show you the video. Again, I'm not recommending that. But I mean, when we're talking about survival, how you make ends meet, and you're saying you're already gonna get fired, man. Listen, man, I'm resourceful. We talking about some losing some income. It don't cost me if I'm gonna lose if I'm gonna lose my job anyway. Now, maybe don't risk your severance. Maybe if you lie, now they can get rid of you for lying. You don't get a severance. But I doubt she's gonna get a severance. Ultimately, it seems like she's talking about a dead end job. Man, do you want your job or not? You don't even got to do the AI thing. I mean, it could really just come down to just coming up with a decent excuse. Really. Don't say anybody died or anything. But especially if you're not late all the time, you could get one. But listen, man, go ahead, lose your job. That you heard what she said when she said she was 19 minutes late. She talking about it is what it is. That's that's the catchphrase of everybody who shows up late. And then they just know shit, it is what it is. Cause it's lazy. Instead of just use your brain, just come up with a decent excuse. Keep it moving. Get to work. Be apologetic. Be humble. That is what it is. You know.
You know what I mean? And before I thought I had ease, but it's really not ease when you're working 7 days a week in school, where there's no days off and you're just constantly working. Like the only time you really have is literally just to sleep. Like if I don't meal prep throughout the week, I just wouldn't eat because I don't have time to fucking cook. If I have time to cook, it's going to take away from my time to sleep. And if I don't sleep, I'm not going to be able to function properly because there are no rest days. It's like no downtime whatsoever. So I'm just ready to have a little bit more ease with making my money. I'm ready. Like, I
See?
don't mind working hard, but I just want to work hard in my field, like doing what I love, doing makeup, doing skincare, doing,
Oh my goodness.
hair, doing beauty services. That's what I love. Creating art. Like, that's what I want to work hard doing. That's what I want to bust my ass and, you know what I mean? Like, be tired from. Excuse me, y'all. Be tired from. So like, I don't know. We'll see what happens today. I'm not really stressing it. I'm about to get out the car and just fuck it. Whatever happens, happens. But I'll be back and let y'all know.
It's that is what it is, that F it, all that type of stuff that'll have you out here ruining your life. Ruining your life. She's like, I don't mind working hard, but I want to work hard with what I like. Well, there's a such thing as duty, and duty is a beautiful thing. And without duty, all the things that you need to be taken care of probably wouldn't get taken care of if there wasn't duty. It's good to just have a duty, just have something that you got to show up for that contributes to other people's enjoyment as well. And I mean, to get paid for it is a blessing because it ain't even like it's selfless. You're still getting compensated in proportion to whatever you agreed to. So another person who it seems like really would like to just focus on being a content creator and a makeup artist and all this type of stuff, and really just doesn't want to work, which is why she probably doesn't have the urgency to show up when she's supposed to show up. Y'all, I think we'll leave it there for today, though. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. It only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically, when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I am a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype was designed for smaller channels, so that's why. But if you come across a video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days. And hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice if you want to hype to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And also, if you want to become a member of the channel as well, the join button's on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you will get badges next to your comments where it shows people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you would get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, the join button's on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.